I was in South Africa working. One time I was just driving back home and there was just a pack of wild dogs relaxing at the side of the road, and they all came over to the car and they were looking right in at me through the window. Really quite magical. My name's Jenny Linden. I'm a PhD researcher at the University of Oxford and the Zoological Society of London. I'm studying African wild dogs and how they might be affected by climate change in the future. I'm looking at mostly wild dog body temperature and seeing how that is influenced by their activity, which is mostly their hunting activities, which requires a lot of energy, and what that would mean for how much behaviour they are able to do when it's getting hotter and hotter under climate change. The other sort of side of what I'm doing is looking at how climate change is likely to shape wild dog habitat, and we're hoping to use that knowledge to be able to work on their conservation in the future. So I went to South Africa for my PhD fieldwork to find wild dogs, put sort of tracking collars on the wild dogs. So with that, you know where they are, but also what they're doing at the time, because it measures their activity a bit like a Fitbit or a smartwatch. From that kind of data, you can put together maps that look a bit like this. So this is one pack of wild dogs, but with multiple individuals collared on there. But the important part for my research is looking at that activity data. The different panels here just show you that this is when a dog is inactive, so it's resting. This is a dog walking, trotting and running. So in Africa, we're expecting the continent as a whole to experience increasingly high temperatures going forward in the future. Addressing some of the more tangible threats that wild dogs face, you kind of buffer them to this bigger threat of climate change. I grew up definitely with a love of animals, and then my dad is actually from South Africa, and so when I was quite young I went on a trip over to see my dad's family, and we also went out on safari. And so that was my first time really kind of appreciating nature on that scale. So I sort of followed this path purely based on knowing that I love nature and wildlife, and as an extension of that, biology was sort of my favourite subject at school. And it was only doing my undergraduate degree that I started to realise that this whole research career was even an option. For me, it's always felt sort of an obligation of something that we have to do, because most of the problems facing these species are ultimately caused by humans. The effects that climate change might have on a wild dog could seem really distant, and therefore people might not care about it, but everything in nature is interlinked. It feels like a great privilege and a really exciting thing to be involved in. The most important thing that you can do is to follow your passions. It requires some bravery to follow what might be a bit of an uncertain path, but sort of just trusting in what you know you care about and what you know that you are sort of driven by and interested in can take you along the right path to a career in something really fulfilling.